Short exercise 2-7. We're going to record transactions in the journal and then post them to the ledger. So Kenneth Watson Optical Dispensary completed the following transactions during the latter part of March. They purchased office supplies on account, and then later they pay off half of that amount. So we need to journalize the transactions, and we're going to include an explanation with each journal entry, and of course, as always, record debits first and then credits. Select the explanation on the last line of the journal entry table. So the first transaction is we purchased office supplies on account. Now notice it says we purchased them. It doesn't say we purchased them and then used them all up. So these office supplies have a future value. They're not going to be used up all at once. So because they have a future value, they are an asset. So then we have to ask ourselves, do we have more office supplies, which would be the debit, or do we have less office supplies? We have more office supplies, so that is the debit. So the debit is office supplies going up by $2,600. And then did we pay cash for these? Nope. We bought them on account. So that means we're agreeing to, or the seller agreed to let us pay for them later. So we now have more debt. And here's our liabilities, which is debt. And because we have more debt, more liabilities, that is going to be a credit. And what is the liability that we're going to use? It's accounts payable. So accounts payable is increasing with a credit. We purchased office supplies on account. So that was March 15th. It's now March 28th. And we paid $1,300 on account. So that means we're paying off some of our accounts payable. So since accounts payable is going down, and remember accounts payable is a liability, since accounts payable is going down, that's going to be the credit account. So we have less debt as we pay off our accounts payable, $1,300. So what's the credit? Well, how did we pay it off? We paid it with cash. So which way is cash going? Cash, of course, is an asset. So is cash going up? Nope. Cash is going down. So that's why cash is the credit account. Paid cash on account. A better example of a real world comment here would be, well, who did we pay on account? Is it Home Depot? Is it Walmart? Who? All right. The following T accounts. So these are T accounts. Here's a T account for cash, for office supplies, and accounts payable. So together, these represent the ledger. Remember, the ledger has balances, and the journal, remember, this is the journal up here. The journal does not have balances. So the transactions are always recorded in the journal first, and then later, these transactions, like this $1,300, will be posted or copied to the ledger. So the following T accounts have been opened for you. Cash has a beginning balance of $23,000. So notice they already put the beginning balance right here, $23,000. Office supplies, they also have office supplies and accounts payable. We're going to post the journal entries from requirement 1 to the accounts and then compute the balance. Use BAL as a posting reference. So when we're done posting it, we have to use BAL to show which side has the balance. So the way we post is you start at the top of the journal and you just work our way down. So we're going to take these one at a time. So we have $2,600 debit for office supplies. So remember, an asset, office supplies, the debit means it's going up. So $2,600 debit office supplies. So find office supplies. Here it is. $2,600, and then the date was, as you can see right here, March 15th. So we're done with our debit. So we posted that. Now we have to post this $2,600 credit. So AP 2,600. So AP is going up. 2,600. That was also on March 15th. All right, so we posted the office supplies, we posted accounts payable. So now we need to post on March 28th, we need to post the accounts payable being debited. So double click, copy and paste, March 28th. So we're done posting that. Now we need to post cash. So cash is a credit. So we have to put it on the credit side. And we have to put in the date, March 28th. All right, so we've posted all 4 of those transactions. Now we have to calculate the balance of the accounts. So let's calculate cash. Open up my calculator. So the way, now you have to remember which side is the plus side. Since cash is an asset, the plus side for cash is over here. So these are pluses, these are minuses. So we're going to take 23,000 and then subtract 1,300. 23,000 minus 1,300 gives us 21,700. And I can either type the number here in this field, or I can put the cursor there and click this little arrow and it shoots the number over there so I don't mistype it. Now, why did I put the balance on this side? Well, you always put the balance on the larger side. 23,000 is bigger than 1,300. You also want to make sure that the balance is on the positive side. It should be on the positive side. Now, it's possible to have a negative cash balance, but that's not the normal balance. Hopefully you don't have a negative cash balance. That means someone bounced a check. So then we put BAL so that someone reading this will know that this 21,700 is a balance and not another transaction like this was up here. All right, now we're going to calculate the balance of accounts payable. So accounts payable is a liability, so its plus is on the right side, the credit side. So these are pluses. 2,600 is a plus, 1,300 is a minus. So 2,600 subtract 1,300 gives us a new balance of 1,300, and put BAL so that someone reading this knows that this is a balance and not a transaction. And then office supplies, this one no math is required. We know we have a balance of 2,600. So remember, this little horizontal dark line here means we're going to calculate the balance and put it below. So that's why we put the balance below this line and we put the balance below this horizontal line. So if your boss asks us how much cash, if your boss asks you how much cash do we have, you'd say 21,700. If she asks how much debt we have $1,300 of debt. And we have $2,600 of staples to use. And that's it.